Can't hear anything. Can't hear anything. Oh, brilliant. Sorry, Fiona, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything either, Fiona.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. My AirPods, so I won't use them today. So you can hear me and you can see me?
Yes, yeah.
Great, okay. Sorry about that. I was just actually saying that Zoom has changed all my settings and did one of those horrendous update things, and now I've lost all my settings and I'm going to have to start again. And I've been trying to record. I don't even know if I'm recording, but we're going to manage stress here, so it's all fine. So what I was saying was, as always, you don't need to keep looking at the screen if you find that makes you tired or stressful. So it's not necessary to look at the screen. The other thing I said just before we started, but you probably didn't hear it, was that it would be quite nice if you're able to come to sitting, because when we are managing stress, one of the things I want to talk a little bit about is posture, because our posture has a great impact on the stress response for reasons I'm going to explain. But if you're really fatigued, it's much more important that you listen to the messages your body's giving you. So if you think, I really can't sit and I need to lie down and just listen, that's really fine too. So as always, it's really important how you feel and that you pay attention to that rather than what I'm saying. So if it's okay for you, please come to a comfortable seated position. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the nervous system and about how stress impacts on us and what we can do. But as always, because I've had severe ME myself, I'm not going to talk too much, because I'm always aware that if we're tired and we have brain fog, the last thing we want is too much information. But when we go into the practice, it is helpful to know that we are actually doing something for a reason. And also, you'll be very pleased to know that I've got an extra special deep yoga nidra for you. So we'll be starting that a bit earlier. But before we do, I just want to give you some tools for managing stress. So the very first thing is to be aware of how you are, but not to be frightened of it. So I'd now like to invite you to come to a comfortable sitting or lying position. And if you're able to just gently close your eyes. And then just take a moment or two to tune in. So we talk about 3 states of the body, both in yoga science and in ordinary science. So put simply, these would be activated, or the stress response. So a clue of this is our thoughts are running very fast, we're maybe feeling uncomfortable, our breathing is fast. The second state would be when the parasympathetics are working and we're quietly connected and feeling quite relaxed, which is what we want to aim for. And then the third stage would be when we are disassociated. We're not really in our body, we're not really in the moment. We're not feeling good, so we're not very present. Now, none of those states are wrong. So all I'm asking at the moment is you just tune in and observe, am I in one of those states? And if you're not, that's fine too. Just see what one more closely describes where you're at, and see if you can allow that to be as it is. Because the very first thing in managing stress is to observe our state of being. Because many of us, when we are stressed, are not aware of it. Consequently, can't do anything about it. So just while you sit and observe, think about the mind, think about the body, think about the emotions, and do your best not to resist any state of being. So I'm just going to briefly explain that in yoga, we have these three states of beings, often called the three qualities or energies, are tamas, rajas, and sattva. So tamas is a heavy, dull energy. It's that kind of sleepiness we have if we've been in a deep sleep and we wake up, maybe if we have a hangover. And we need some rajas to help us to relax. But it's the quality that in polyvagal expression, we would think more about being disassociated and shut down. The second quality is a rajas, which is probably more common for many of us. And that's when we get, that tired but wired, overactivated feeling. We can't shut our mind down. Everything seems to be going too fast. We're in a state of permanent activation. And we keep rushing from one thing to another to another. And we find it very difficult to come out of that because it's actually quite addictive. And our body craves the hormones. So rajas relates to what's called the sympathetic nervous system or the stress response. And then the third state is the state in yoga known as sattva, which is a kind of sweet, light, bright, clear energy. And in terms of polyvagal theory, which is a theory developed by Dr. Stephen Porges back in the 90s, but he keeps kind of adding to the theory. This is a state known as social connection or ventral vagal tone. It means our vagus nerve, which connects our gut and our brain, is working as it should be. And it's helping us to be present in the moment and to feel good and happy. Now, interestingly, when Stephen Porges developed polyvagal theory, he said that the two things that can help polyvagal tone are proper breathing and certain sounds. And of course, we apply those in yoga. They're very important in our yoga practice, particularly the therapeutic yoga that we're doing. So I just want you to be aware of what state you're in without judging it, and observe how you are now, because we're going to then observe how you are at the end of the practice to see if any of the tools have made any difference. So we're going to, when you're ready, if you like, you can open your eyes or you can keep them closed. We're going to start now with a short breathing practice. So we're going to take in 2 sniffs of air through our nose, sighing the breath out through the mouth, up to 5 times. Sniff, sniff, sigh. So just try that in your own time. And then when you've finished your breathing, come back to normal breathing. And then we're going to cross our arms over our heart as if we're giving ourselves a hug. We're just going to rock slowly from side to side. Now we do rocking in yoga, but again, science has shown that rocking helps to soothe the central nervous system. It can help to take us out of the stress response. And of course, mothers do this naturally with their babies. Sometimes you see children rocking themselves. Just feel that you're soothing yourself as you rock. And then drop the hands back to the knees. And then we're going to do our breathing practice, maybe understanding that the breath is the most profound way we can come out of the stress response. Because when we breathe fast from the upper chest, we indicate to our body that we're not safe, that we're in fight and flight, that there is danger and we need to run or fight. When we start to slow the breath down and we breathe lower down from the diaphragm, through the nose, if we can, we're actually giving our body a message that we are safe, we can come out of the stress response, and the parasympathetic nervous system can kick in. So you're all quite familiar with this, but just to remind ourselves, take one hand to the heart, the other to the belly. And if you're able to, just breathe into the lower hand, not too full. Some yoga traditions tell you to breathe deeply, but it's actually quite a light breath, but you want the lower hand to be moving and the upper hand to remain still. The jaw is relaxed and the shoulders are softly away from the ears. And now an old breathing hack to really help the parasympathetics to come back online is to make the out breath slightly longer than your inhalation. Now, if that's too much for you, don't worry. Just breathe what's comfortable for you. Don't force anything. But if you're able to, just see if you can lengthen that out breath. This is the energy we call in yoga apana, the energy of letting go or releasing. So feel on every exhalation that you are letting go. And if you can, have a little pause after that out breath before the in breath naturally comes in. Think of the breath being slow and low, gentle, and as your best friend. If you don't like focusing on the breath, so I know for some of you who've had PTSD, you find breathing not helpful or focusing on the breath not helpful, just focus on the movement of the tummy. And then when you're ready, drop your hands, close your eyes if it's comfortable. And again, just come into the body and observe your state of being without judgment, without criticism. This whole thing about being critical or the inner critical voice is what sets us up more for stress. So always try to be kind to yourself. So however you are, even if your thoughts are still spiky or fast, just allow that, be kind. And now we're just going to think a little bit about the posture, because the posture, our posture profoundly affects the stress response. So for this, I'm going to suggest you could just quickly look at your screen because I'm going to demonstrate, but don't worry if you don't want to. So if I'm stressed, and this can still happen to me, but you know, like all of us, I get stressed and then I have enough awareness to bring myself out of it. When we're stressed, we tend to curl over. So we curl over and squash our diaphragm. That means we're not breathing properly and we're kind of curving over our heart. And this then automatically makes the shoulders tight up towards the ears, and it sends the breath up here into the chest. It tightens the jaw, and then the whole system gets tight. So actually releasing the posture, breathing functionally, all helps us to come out of the stress response. So just observe how your posture is. And think about opening the lower ribs so that the diaphragm is free. So just observe if the diaphragm is free, and lift the heart. Just roll the shoulders a few times to help the shoulders to release. And then think about making space between the crown of the head and the tailbone. And in fact, bring the idea of space into your body. Just close your eyes and think, where can I make space? Can I make more space in my jaw? Can I soften my eyes? Space in my mouth? Space between the shoulders and the ears? Lifting up the heart, space in this lower rib cage, and then space in the breath. Now, if we've been hunched over and stressed, it takes time because sometimes our muscles are quite locked and we can't just immediately let go. But this is something that we're working towards. So just be aware of your posture and how it profoundly affects the breath. And we're always aiming, if we can, to breathe through the nose, slow and low. But that's something that we can work towards. It's not something that might happen immediately. And then we're going to do something else just to help our shoulders and jaw to release. So just take a look over your left shoulder. I'll mirror you, so I'll look over my right shoulder. So just turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And then come back to the center. And then we're going to take our right hand on top, left hand underneath. And we're going to twist to the right and look over the left shoulder again. Keep the torso centered and then come back to the center. Drop the arms. And now look over the left shoulder again and just see if you can look further around and just be aware that it's released and that you have released this upper part of the neck and the body. And then come back to center. And then we're going to do that to the other side. So taking a look over your right shoulder, just be aware how far your gaze goes. Come back to the center. And then again, we're going to have one arm on top of the other. So you're going to have your right arm on the top, left arm underneath. And you're going to take the arms to the left and you're going to look over your right shoulder. Keep the torso centered. So you're not twisting. You've got your arms and neck in opposite direction. Come back to the center. Drop the arms. And now look over that right shoulder again. And just be aware if it's released it and your gaze is going further. And then when you're ready, come back to the center. We're just going to do some shoulder rolls again, because remembering to release from the stress response, we want to release the jaw, the neck, the upper body, because this all helps us to get the breath lower down. So there is reasoning in all of this so that we're not hyperventilating. So take the fingertips to the shoulders. We're just going to take some nice slow shoulder rolls. Bringing the shoulder blades together as the arms come up. And then release. And then we're going to do a little bit of chanting. Remember I said that chanting, certainly in yoga, we say that mantra changes matter. It has a very powerful effect. But in terms of science, Dr. Stephen Porges demonstrated that the correct sound helps to tone the vagus nerve being this wandering nerve that connects the face, the brain, wandering nerve right down to the gut. We want this nerve to be in tone because this helps our health. So just take the hand, one hand to the heart, one hand on top. And we're going to chant Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I'll chant it to you and then you chant it back to me. So we're doing it as call and response. And if you like, close your eyes. So you inhale as I chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you finish, close your eyes, have your hands on your knees, and just observe stillness. So although they may be thoughts, feelings, they are surrounded by a bubble of silence. And see if you can just fix your awareness on the silence created by the mantra. Shanti meaning peace. Maybe observing that this is your natural state. When you step back from thinking or feeling, this is your natural state of awareness. The peace that's always there for you. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. We're going to do a little bit of movement now with the chant. So I'll just explain. We're going to inhale and lift the arms up, keeping the shoulders soft. And then we're going to chant them back to the knees. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If you need to take an extra breath, that's fine. In your own breathing rhythm, your own pitch, inhale up, soft shoulders. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once or twice small, or rest out if you're feeling tired. You just do what feels right for you. And then sitting quietly with your hands on your knees. Again, just observe your state of being without judgment. And remembering those three states I mentioned at the beginning: tamas, which is heavy; rajas, which is fast and stressful; and sattva, which is more clear and light. Just see if you can observe which applies to you without judgment. And then in a minute, we're going to come to the mat, but we're just going to take a comfortable seated twist before we do so. So just twist round to the left. If you can take your arm behind your waist, but you don't have to. And the opposite hand to your hip, looking over your left shoulder, keeping the spine upright and breathing. And then come back to the front. And then come round to the opposite way. So looking over the right shoulder now, you might like to take the one hand behind the waist, one hand to the hip. Keep the spine upright and breathe. And if you can't take the hand behind the hip, just have it comfortably behind the spine. Keep breathing. And then release, come forward. Again, just roll the shoulders a couple of times. Keep the jaw soft. And then when you're ready, please come down for the relaxation. So making yourself really comfortable. So this is a slightly longer relaxation. So please use blankets, pillows, eye masks, whatever you need to make yourself really comfortable. So just while you're getting ready, I'm going to read out a poem which I haven't read for about a year. So some of you might have heard this before, but it doesn't matter. It's a very beautiful poem, and it's called Finding a Way Through by Anna Trevoni. For those who feel the weight of a damp Hessian sack filled with the rubble of grief, I can tell you it will pass. For those who drop to the bottom of a well that has been dried out by a depression deemed unquenchable, I can tell you there is a way through. For those who waver on the edge of the labyrinth for fear of what feeling life might mean, I can tell you, enter, it is worth it. For those lost in the myriad of chambers of the mind's endless wanderings and wrangles, I can tell you, drop into your heart. For those who catch a runaway train that abandons the present for what ifs and worry, I can tell you, be here now. For this moment holds fierce beauty, the bitter and the sweet, and the taste of one ignites the other. Both exist in perfect balance, shadow and light. When dark times beckon, keep it simple. Walk out on the land. Breathe through cloud, on whetstone, across water. The light is always there. So just start by focusing on the inhalation and just imagine that you are breathing in golden light on the in-breath. And this golden breath is filling your body with nourishment and healing. As you breathe out, make the out breath slightly longer than the in-breath and feel that you are letting go. Breathing in light, healing nourishment, sending it to wherever you feel the body needs it. Breathing out, letting go. At this time, as you rest, understand that nothing else matters. Right now, nothing else exists but your body and breath. Nowhere to go and nothing to do but simply be. This is time for you. Stay still, completely still now, so your body and mind can deeply rest and rejuvenate. Remain aware while you are guided. Keep listening. Settle into your body. Settle your body down into the earth. Feel the earth underneath you, holding and supporting you in your practice today. Come into stillness and remain still, completely still for Yoga Nidra. Repeat these words silently in your mind. I am completely still during Yoga Nidra. I'm completely still. If you have an intention or a sankalpa, a positive statement in the present tense as though it's already happening. For example, I am relaxed, I am peace. State it 3 times to yourself now. Now let your awareness move through your body as I guide you. Feel each body part, then move on when prompted. Don't worry if you can't feel every body part. Become aware of sensation in your mouth. Be aware of the roof of your mouth, under the tongue, gums, inside the right cheek, inside the left cheek. Sense any taste in your mouth. Now be aware of all the parts of your mouth together as a whole, the entire mouth, the sensation as radiant energy. Now become aware of your nose, the length of your nose, the tip, the nostrils, right nostril, left nostril, both nostrils. Feel your breath passing through the nostrils. Feel your whole nose as energy, as prana, as vibration. Just be aware of your nose. Now be aware of your ears, earlobes, inner ear. Feel your ears hearing, receiving sound. Feel your ears as glowing orbs of sensation. Feel your ears. Now be aware of your eyes, eyelids, surface of your eyes, centers of your eyes, behind the eyes. Feel your eyes as radiant orbs of energy and sensation. Become aware of the crown of the head, the scalp, the temples, right cheek, left cheek, the throat, the whole of the head. Now become aware of your right hand, your right hand. Feel the right palm, the thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, all fingers, the whole of your right hand. Right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder. Feel your throat center. Now become aware of the left hand, left palm, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth fingers, all fingers, the whole of the left hand. Left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, now feel your throat center, heart center, chest, navel, right hip, right thigh, back of the thigh, right knee, back of the knee, right shin, right calf, the ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Just be aware of the entire right side of your body, the left brain and the right side of the body. Now become aware of the left side of the navel, left hip, left thigh, left knee, back of the knee, left shin, left calf, the ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, big left toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Feel the entire left side of your body. The left side of the body and the right brain. Now come to the center and feel the center between your sitting bones, your navel, chest, heart center, throat center, your mouth, between your eyebrows and your crown. Feel the right side of your body, the left side of your body. Become aware of the midline where right and left join. Feel the back of your body on your support. The heels, the calves, backs of your knees, back of thighs, buttocks, lower back, back of the ribs, shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades, spine, back of the neck, back of the head, back of arms, hands, elbows, shoulder blades. Be aware of the whole of the back of your body. Now become aware of the front of the body, crown of the head, forehead, eyes, nose, cheeks, mouth, chin, jaw, throat, collarbones, chest, shoulders, arms, inner elbows, inner wrists, palms, fingertips, chest, stomach, belly, hips, thighs, kneecaps, shins, tops of the toes, top of the feet. Feel the whole front body, the whole front body. Now be aware of the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Now become aware of your natural breath as it flows through you. Be aware of breath in your belly, in your nostrils. Feel your breath flowing easily, rhythmically, and gently through the entire body. Notice the breath. Begin to feel the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. Feel the gap. Feel the gap opening a little wider. Be aware of the pause between the breaths. Now imagine your body becoming heavy, very heavy, and sinking into your support. Heavy and sinking. Heavy head. Torso heavy. Body heavy and sinking. Now imagine your body becoming light. Light as a feather. Light as a bubble floating upwards. Like a cloud floating, drifting with other clouds across the clear blue sky. Like floating in warm water, drifting with a gentle current. Now feel the heaviness again. And now feel light. Go between these two feelings on your own. We're now going to take an imagined journey outside. It's spring and you're walking along a road. You see a trail into a meadow. You take your shoes off. You follow the trail and it leads to a sacred forest. You enter the forest, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, feeling it dark red, solid and warm. Noticing a light breeze around the trees. Be aware of what kind of trees you see. The branches, the leaves, and the shape. You hear the sounds of birds and squirrels stirring the leaves. You feel the air moist and dense and healing with fresh forest smells of the earth. Fresh smells of the trees and wild herbs and wild flowers. You come up to a tiger lily and you look deep into its center. See the perfect circle, stamen spots on dark orange. Notice its big petals blossoming outwards like the rays of the sun. Walk on. The path now is a mossy, soft carpet. Stop now, being aware of your feet and legs. With your eyes closed, you raise your face to the sun, feeling the rays of the sun gently on your face through the shimmering leaves of the tree, the sun warming your belly, heart, and face. Draw this golden warmth into your solar plexus, feeling it expanding and nourishing you, feeling the sun's rays pouring into your solar plexus and shining out to fill the rest of your body. Opening your eyes, you look around and you see the color green all around you, surrounding you. Let this green color refresh and soothe your heart, feeling your heart expanding wide. You walk further on your mossy path and come up to a bubbling brook, hearing the harmonic melody of water swirling and bubbling and flowing around stones. You feel this sound echoing in your throat, flowing like a song, with the water cool, blue, and free. Kneel down to take a good look, seeing rocks of many colors, textures, and patterns. Find your favorite river stone and pick it up, enjoying its weight, age, colors, and cool wetness. You spot a blue dragonfly darting into the water. You find a large rock and sit on top, feeling its coolness. It connects you to the earth. You see a large tree and you look at its bark up and up to the top, noticing all the space it takes up. Notice the grace of the treetop in a gentle breeze. Notice how expanded the tree is and all the space between its branches. You now feel the roots of the tree. Feel the roots are like you and rooting you into the earth. Become aware of your body lying heavy on your support. And notice your breath. Again, feeling the pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. Standing up now, you're going to reverse your journey, walking back along the path, through the trees, back through the meadow, back to the road, merging again with the world. Remember now your sankalpa or your intention, the positive statement you set at the beginning. Say it now as though it's already happening in the present. Find your resolve and inhale it into your body, letting it fill every cell. Notice the back of your body against your support. Feel all the places where you touch your support. Feel your body heavy on your support. Be aware of the front of your body facing skyward. Notice all of the space surrounding you. Feel that your body is expanding wider into the space that surrounds you. Just become aware of your fingers and just imagine them moving. The invitation now is to remain resting if you would like. Otherwise, you might like to begin to wriggle your fingers, feeling every sensation as you do so. And now imagine your toes moving. And then if you would like, and when you are ready, begin to move your toes. Gently roll your head from side to side, very slowly, very slowly. And taking as much time as you need. When you're ready, roll to the right side and just stay there lying in a fetal position. Just give yourself time to slowly come back and to wake up. And when you're ready, and if you would like, take your left palm in front of you and push on it to come up to a comfortable sitting position. Now, if you had a deep, restful experience from that, give yourself time to wake up. So even after we finish the class, still give yourself time before doing anything. But to come back, just start by looking around you, maybe looking at the corners of your ceiling and furniture in your space. And just draw your awareness back into your body. Feel yourself in your space. Feel your feet. Feel into your buttocks. And then rub the fingers together, the hands together. And just palm the eyes, fingertips coming into the hairline. And open and close the eyes a few times. When you're ready, release the hands and open your eyes. And it can help, something my teacher does, which is to clap the hands, just to bring the energy back, just to help to wake up. And you can shake your hands out too. And you might even like to just walk around your space. So whatever it takes just to help you to become here now again. And I'd like you just to observe with your eyes closed or open how you're feeling now. So you remember at the beginning of the practice, I asked you to observe your state of being. So after that very deep relaxation, observe how you are now. And it might be that you're feeling quite heavy and what we would call tamasic, because we've done a deep rest. But that's okay, because something I forgot to mention, it's really important at the beginning of the practice, was that when we rest, we bring the parasympathetic division of the nervous system back online. And that can often mean after a deep rest, we feel more achy. We don't feel so pleasant. But actually, we need to go through this stage in order to heal. Because if we're chronically activated and rajasic, that means that maybe cortisol is high, so that's a natural painkiller, and we're not allowing ourselves to actually feel. So even if we're feeling heavy and achy, it's okay, it will pass, but it's a very good healing state to be in. And you might not be feeling like that. You know, some of you will have had a good relaxation, others you might not, but however you are is absolutely fine. But just observe your state of being, because what we're aiming to do is to feel how we are when we're not stressed, so that we know that that state is always available for us, and that we can bring ourselves there with sound and with breath, with the other tools that we used. So we're going to close the practice now with our chant, Om Shanti Shanti, meaning peace. So if you would like to chant with me, one hand to the heart, the other on top. We're going to chant to our hearts. And again, we'll do this as call and response. So I'll chant to you and then you chant back to me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you're ready, drop your hands to your knees. Just observe how the mantra, how the relaxation has affected you. Just allowing yourself to be peaceful and still. Just observing that the jaw is soft, eyes are soft, shoulders are soft, rib cage is free. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you all very much for being here in our community today. Wishing you a very enjoyable rest of the bank holiday. And if you've got sunshine where you are, I hope you can enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where I will be joining you from Spain. I'm flying to Spain tomorrow. So lots of love to you all. Thank you very much. Om Shanti. Thank you. Take care, everybody.